Back, historic marble monuments like this one have politicians arguing about where they belong. They honor the Confederacy, and a Missouri senator wants them confined to one location, but now without some pushback. KOMU 8's Justin Kolar is in the studio with what continues to fuel this ongoing debate, Justin.
There are more than 50 Confederate monuments spread out across the state of Missouri. Democratic Senator Jamilah Nasheed of St. Louis wants them all moved right here to Higginsville. Why? It has a state park that memorializes the Confederacy. Some say the monuments are a way to preserve heritage, but Nasheed and others say all they preserve is hate.
It is a black and white issue.
These monuments represent a moment in time, moments that mean different things to different people.
If justice is to be blind, then why do you have that rock there that continually shows the divisiveness of color?
Senator Nasheed's chief of staff, Jason Groce, says her bill to move the monuments to Higginsville is warranted, especially since many are on public property.
If you are an African American or minority in this country and you go to the courthouse, you already have a bias, and then you go to the courthouse and you see this monument, it kind of solidifies that fact for you.
Some believe that monuments like this that show Confederate soldiers in positions of honor at the center of town should have no place in today's culture. But others, like Representative Warren Love, argue that these rebel men stood tall and deserve respect.
We need to put ourselves in the shoes of our ancestors and try to understand why they did what they did, why they chose which side they did.
Love has family that fought on both sides of the Civil War. He says he does not believe the monuments stand for white supremacy.
Those monuments weren't particularly put up at this certain time to offend people. I don't believe that in a New York minute.
Love, an active member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, believes it's the nation's obligation to share the past with future generations.
Allow those objects of remembrance to stay there in place, not cover them up, not hide them, not move them, and definitely not desecrate them.
Groce says most feedback on the bill has been positive, but expects that won't last forever.
Anytime someone comes to implement change, there's always a resistance to change. And being here in Missouri, we pride ourselves on being a show-me state, so I think it's time that we take the lead and show other states what we ought to do and how we should do it.
The bill's on the move, recently introduced on the Senate floor, but it's still unclear whether or not the monuments will move with it. Nasheed's office does not have a price estimate for how much it would cost to move all these monuments, but I found out Boone County moved a 5.5-ton red granite boulder known as Confederate rock to a battlefield in Centralia back in 2015. That move alone cost the county roughly $2,500. Nasheed's office maintains it's worth any price. If you want to see where the monuments are currently located in the state, check out the interactive map on KOMU.com. In the studio, Justin Kolar, KOMU 8 News.